Famous whistleblower Edward Snowden has just come up with a massive warning for Cardano and crypto holders. Well, this is something very scary, and I think this is exactly what you should not overlook. So, are you ready? Hey guys, and welcome back to Cardano Rumors, the best place for your daily dose of Cardano. Before we proceed, I want you to hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell for more interesting updates about Cardano, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comment section. Also, you stand a chance to win a brand new MacBook Air. Here's what you need to do. It's very simple and easy. The gold coins will be randomly hidden during this video, and all you have to do is keep in mind those special and misleading moments. Then go ahead to like the video and comment on the number of coins you found in the comment section. Now, ready for today's big revelation? Because we are. So, Edward Snowden, the controversial figure who leaked highly classified information from the National Security Agency in 2013, has recently discussed two interesting topics. He talked about how governments view cryptos as an evolving threat and how cryptos transform power relationships in the world. Well, he talked about some very important things, and it is somewhat scary for cryptos, including Cardano. Now, I'm going to talk about all you need to know about it, and I'll also explain its implications for Cardano. So, Edward Snowden thinks that governments accurately detect a growing danger to old instruments which they've been accustomed to in terms of an ability to impose control upon private life and, more generally, private trade. Meanwhile, Snowden took further aim at the incredibly invasive U.S. financial system. He said that when you think about the way the U.S. incredibly invasive financial network operates, with all of these anti-money laundering and know-your-customer impositions, it is hard to believe that if they had the technical capacity to very easily get the serial number of every dollar bill that passes through their hands, that they do not. For the government whistleblower, these qualities challenge the conventional presumption that money is anonymous. He believes that people have this premise that cash is anonymous that they had inherited from a time when it meaningfully was. However, that is no longer true. Snowden believes that when you think of cryptos like Cardano having a public ledger, well, once a dollar enters the banking system, there is a private record that is open to the people who are performing financial surveillance. So, it's really just private to the public, but it's public to the renowned. Meanwhile, we know that Snowden is sharply critical of cryptos like Bitcoin and Cardano for many of the same reasons he is critical of the old banking system. At last year's Ethereum summit, Snowden said that Bitcoin must become private by design in order to resist law enforcement efforts to crack down on altcoins such as Cardano. And during this year's Ethereum summit, he said that Ethereum suffers from the same sort of privacy problems as Bitcoin, and said that with the Bitcoin blockchain, you get chain analysis people and whatnot who are doing fairly devious things with it, such as trying to get a financial edge out of the on-chain analysis. Although he was criticizing all these characteristics of cryptos, he still called the Bitcoin blockchain a level playing field and said none of his privacy worries had stopped him from understanding the value of cryptos and decentralized technologies writ big. Talking about cryptos and power relationships, Snowden said that what people are really missing when they get down in the weeds is how revolutionary the power relationships are, or how dramatically the power relationships are going to alter as we transition from these legacy technologies to future decentralized technologies such as Cardano. So what exactly Edward Snowden is trying to say here is that cryptos like Cardano are emerging technologies and future currencies. But the point to note here is that governments around the world don't like cryptos. For example, we know that the US dollar has been the dominating currency throughout the world for decades. And now, cryptos are posing a severe threat to this domination of the US dollar. So what it means is that the American government can't let cryptos like Cardano replace the dollar. Since they can't control cryptos like they do fiat currencies, they don't want to let cryptos like Cardano take the competitive edge here. In a similar way, governments all around the world don't want cryptos to take over and diminish their local currencies. So, Edward Snowden is trying to warn all the cryptos holders that since the governments see cryptos as a growing threat, they may initiate a complete crackdown on cryptos. Well, we saw this happening last year when China completely banned cryptos after realizing that cryptos are posing a threat to their traditional financial institutions and also the Chinese yen. So this is exactly what Edward Snowden is trying to say, and this is exactly why he is warning Cardano and crypto holders. But is it true that governments regard the crypto industry as an evolving threat? Well, if you want to know more, stay tuned until the end of the video because we're yet to talk about it. And while you're at it, don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button for more videos like these. Now, moving forward, let's establish if it is true that governments regard cryptos as an evolving threat. So it is straightforward to establish the case based on the recent regulatory signal in the United States. We know that the U.S. has often expressed concern about the use of cryptos like Cardano to undermine national security. The Biden administration established a ransomware task group last summer with the specific mission of countering cyber assaults and tracing crypto ransomware payments. However, Russia did not do so. On the contrary, a recent Chainalysis research indicates that Russian-backed criminals earned almost 74% of global ransomware income in 2021. And in October of last year, the U.S. Treasury released a report warning that cryptocurrency that undermine economic sanctions, a long-standing pillar of U.S. foreign policy. And we know that these fears have been heightened in the aftermath of Russia's recent invasion of Ukraine, while several experts have stated that Russia would have a difficult time evading sanctions using crypto. Meanwhile, Snowden did not specifically mention Ukraine for obvious reasons, but his views regarding governments and crypto are pertinent to this subject as well. It is well known that the Biden administration is concerned about the use of cryptos like Cardano and Bitcoin to weaken economic sanctions and hence pose a threat to national security. So, Snowden's point about governments considering cryptos as a threat can be applied to this current situation where U.S. lawmakers like Senator Elizabeth Warren are worried that Russia is going to use cryptos to bypass all these sanctions. However, what no one is talking about is that Russia can't use cryptos to bypass these sanctions. In fact, prominent members of the crypto sector, including the Blockchain Association's head of policy, Jake Chervinsky, have contested the argument for cryptos as viable instruments for sanction evasion. He said that Russia can't and won't use crypto to evade sanctions, and concerns about crypto's use for sanctions evasion are totally unfounded. He believes that if Russia wants an alternative, they are far more likely to use China's SIPs than a public network like crypto they can't control. Jake Chervinsky further outlined that the crypto market is too small, costly, and transparent to be useful for the Russian economy. So the point here is that we can regard Snowden's warning right to some context. But what he said doesn't mean that cryptos, including Cardano, are going to be banned. An example of it is that the same U.S. government, which appears to be worried about Russia using cryptos, has recently issued an executive order on cryptos. As explained in one of my recent videos, this executive order has turned out to be pretty positive for cryptos, and it has clearly shown that the U.S. government is actually not against cryptos, and they are not going to ban it. All in all, Cardano and cryptos are not going to be banned anywhere, and they are here to stay thanks to a plethora of benefits they have been providing to everyone. In any case, what are your thoughts on this? Tell me in the comment section. And if you guys like this video, then be sure to give this video a like. And also, if you don't want to miss out on any new future videos, then be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification under this video. And don't forget about our giveaway. How many coins did you find? Drop your answer down below and you could very well be the proud owner of a brand new MacBook Air. And remember, the information provided is not trading advice. We strongly recommend independent research and/or consultation with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. Thank you for watching and stay strong.